Okay, another new deck. Let me give them a good ruffle shuffle. This is the Astral Tarot. And I want to ask about America going forward. Maybe I should ask about the world going forward, because we have the same problems everywhere. You know, with the uber right trying to skew things. Of course, the worst is Trumpenstein and his minions. And they're not the cute little minions, like the little ones, banana, banana. Now, if they were those cute little minions, that'd be another thing, but it's not the cute minions. So let's see what the cards have to say about America and the world going forward. What's coming up? So, reading is about justice. That's a good thing to start out with, isn't it? Justice. It's about justice. So, what's coming in when it comes to justice? The Hierophant. Okay, so justice going up to a higher element. Okay, a higher element of justice. Okay, so above it, we have Page of Wands. So the message about the actions coming in with a higher element of justice, with the foundation of the Queen of Cups. So coming into more compassion, more elevated spirituality, understanding when it comes to actions going forward. So that's a good thing to begin with. So let's see what we have. The present energy with it is judgment. So yes, we're in a time of judgment now. And the world and the people are saying it's time to make these massive changes. Okay? So the challenge, let's see what the challenge will be with it. The challenge is the truth. Okay? The challenge is the absolute truth of what's going on and the changes we need to make. Above it, there is, yes, the investigations deeper. This is also the self-searching as well into making the new actions. And the foundation is what's been hidden. So coming to the truth and the judgment of what's been hidden, which is now being revealed, which is going to cause massive actions when it comes to, again, making these changes coming in. So potential outcome is the King of Wands. So massively controlling the actions. We're going to control the actions and make a massive change. The outside influence is, okay, what's been blocked and looking within. Okay, now in this case, he's not blocking it. Okay, in this case, the blindfold is off. The blindfold is off. It's no longer blocked. So it's mentally, again, seeing what we refused to see before, and again, changing the actions, controlling the actions. Above it, we have new information, a new mentality coming forward due to soul searchings and making these massive changes. And the foundation is the moon, okay? The things that were done by the dark of night, It also can be more of a revelation, changing into more of a psychic abilities, as things can also come with that. But also what's been hidden when it comes to these, the Queen of Cups, this empathy and compassion and things that need to rise up. So new information, new understanding, new mentality coming in that make these massive changes. Like it says, we're going into this split that's taking place. Those that are following that path of control, domination, destruction, versus those of us that are going into the 5D realm of love and compassion, empathy, etc. And those are the things that the dark fears. It fears love, it fears light, it fears compassion. Okay? So let's see what is underneath of it driving the reading. The Four of Wands. So coming to a stability of actions. Coming to a stability when it comes to the actions, when it comes to controlling. Okay? So grabbing up and controlling of the mental realm, okay, bringing that in to temper and balance things, okay. I love this Temperance card. To temper and balance the things, controlling the mind, controlling the emotions, and looking at the harvest, okay, and the harsh truth. The harsh truth coming down. Okay, this is a completion, but it's also the start of something new. The end point and then the new start, okay, of the mental realm. When it comes to the world, when it comes to the world, the galaxy, etc., these things that are imploding, okay, these things that are breaking apart, okay? So we have that things breaking apart, and as they break apart, we are gaining in strength. When it comes to the control of mind, okay, the rulership of mind, etc., to see with what's coming in, and it's based upon the desires that we are willing to put into motion. The Knight of Wands. So moving this energy forward with concrete messages about our actions in hand. When it comes to the higher awareness or elevated or coming into alignment with the star beings and the higher elements, the star beings, the higher knowledge, etc., that we're willing to share and come together as a people, emotionally coming together. When it comes to rulership, when it comes to the concrete things on the daily basis, these new actions, putting in place, and coming to this point of looking, this is the takeaway. Okay, Mr. Mickey, ow, Mickey, he's grabbing my arm with his claws. Okay, there you go. Those claws hurt when he grabs your arm, and it's pull me up, and it's like, ow, let go of me. Grabbed by the claws. So this is, again, now, some people, this is the card of theft, but it also can be the takeaway, what you're holding, what you're leaving behind mentally, in the mental realm, okay? So standing guard, and again, the actions, the next actions we're going to take when it comes to the whole wealth, the whole kit and caboodle, and the things we're going to end when it comes to the choices made in life the path being walked. There's some things that need to end and change. So what's being worked on is coming together in an agreement to make these major shifts. The magician, to bring these things about, okay, as a people. And the messages we're putting out, what you're feeding people, okay? And what they're juggling when it comes to the wealth and power, etc. So that's what's coming up. Massive changes. And it all comes about because we are so done with the old element. So we want to bring in justice, higher awareness, more love, more compassion with what's been hidden, which is the judgment and the truth, looking at it. And again, with things being unblocked, things that we haven't been willing to see is now being opened up, and we are seeing it for what it is. So this is the good message coming out on the 4th of July. There are going to be massive changes, not only here in the U.S., but across the world. For more justice, for more compassion. We're leaving the old guard behind. Now they're going to continue on with their path, but we move into a new timeline. They're going to go into this timeline, the old timeline, and continue there with their hate and their drama and their wars and their anger and angst and everything. Now, if you want to stay there in anger and angst and everything, you can do it. Okay? You can do it. You have free will. But if you want to change that mindset and move into compassion and move into more empathy, etc., then again you move into a new elevated understanding and elevated awareness and elevated expansion of consciousness, which is going to solidify into a new timeline. So on that note, I will leave that here. And I would say that is a pretty positive reading for what is coming, okay? So don't stay stuck in the angst and the anger and the drama unless you want to walk that path. You're more than welcome to. But the suggestion here is move to something more elevated, more compassion, more empathy, okay? I feel sorry for those that are stuck in anger and hate, okay? Because when you move up into a higher consciousness, a higher awareness, those things are no longer possible. There is no longer any place in the consciousness for hate. That dissolves, that's gone. That is no longer ever a possibility to hate. I'm telling you 100%, that's the shift that takes place. Hate is no longer a thing of any type of reality. Okay, that goes. Hate. You can be angry with a happening, okay? You can be angry, but as far as going into depression and fear mode and anger, those things are off the table 100%. When one elevates into that higher consciousness, okay, more open awareness, those things dissipate. So on that note, I will leave that here. We'll see you online.